We are truly lucky to have this in our town, especially a small town. I'm just amazed that it came here and not to somewhere like Salt Lake City. So Tooele, I think, is in for a big surprise when they find out what this really is.
When we took over operations of the resource center, the doors previously were locked. And we're right in the middle of COVID. We unlocked those doors and I took a little crayon and wrote on the door, "Welcome, please come in." And it was really touching to see clients feel welcomed. And we wanted them there, we wanted to help them. And I love that our staff and a lot of our volunteers know our client by first name. Our resource center operates the food pantry, Pathways Domestic Violence Shelter, and Tooele Thrift. And soon we will have Harris Community Village. Harris Community Village will have an emergency shelter. It will also have 24/7 childcare on site. This is crucial. If you don't have childcare, you can't take a job. I worked with a young mother who took a job at a convenience store and let her baby sleep in her car while she worked graves, because that's all she could do. One thing that's really critical for our mission is meeting the clients where they're at. We have clients who have struggled with addiction, who have records, who maybe made a mistake when they're 18 years old, and now society sometimes doesn't give them another chance. And they dwell on those mistakes. That doesn't help anybody. And we give them a hand up and not a hand out. We are helping them make choices. We don't make them for them, and we certainly don't do the work for them. They have to work to get out of their situation, but we're there every step of the way.
I love TCRC is because they have changed my life. I started out as a volunteer. I had to do some community service, and I didn't realize how much the impact that they had on me. The best thing that ever happened to me is getting hired here.
We know it's very scary for them to come through our doors, especially with all the tragedies that they've been going through and the heartache and the pain. And they don't know where to turn to. A lot of their families are not available to help. But we want them to know they have a new family here at the Tooele Community Resource Center, that we are here to help them. Our volunteers rock. They are the heart of our organization. We cannot do everything that we need to do to help these families without them. When they come through our doors, they help effectuate the change that we need for our families.
Well, here we're getting some help. We came in to get some food, and we learned that we can get help with our essentials for our home. We just got into an apartment. We haven't had our home for a while, and we were in a down situation, but everyone kind of has their moment in life where they're going to reach a point where they need help, where they need to lean on somebody and get that, and you just don't know where to find it, or you're afraid to find it. And so even people in really prominent positions end up in a position to where they need that help. And having it so easy to find and so nice to do, and it makes a huge difference.
Our clients that came into the pantry, second day of operations, he was an elderly gentleman. He's probably, I think he's 75 years old. His odor was horrific. And I noticed that he had soiled, and I said, "Oh, it looks like you sat in pudding or something. Do you need a shower?" He's like, "You have a shower?" I said, "Yeah, let's get you a change of clothes," and he showered. Just from that little offering, I met a friend. This man was a veteran. He was not receiving his pension. He could have been my dad. He was a Vietnam veteran. And he needed help. His goal for winter last year was to live in his car with an electric blanket. That's not acceptable. We were able to get him housed, and he has his pension now. All our services help Tooele County. And just being in operations for over almost a year now, I've seen a tremendous growth, not only in our clients, but in our culture in the community. We have clients who now have a connection, and that is so important for us. It's critical that clients and individuals feel part of a community. hard to summarize, but I like to say we give hope. It's not homeless or hopeless. We give them hope and help people along their way.